Brothers of Destruction versus Team Cobro. The modified version of Team Cobro that is actually Santino Marella and the Great Khali. The Great Khali was hugely instrumental in defeating Team Hell No in the preliminary match that they had to go in. The Brothers of Destruction, fortunately, were automatically qualified as one of the top teams of the WWE Retro / Superstars roster. Santino Marella and the Great Khali representing the SmackDown roster here, as you see Kane whipped around the ring. And the Pajama Playboy getting it countered by Kane and a headlock by Great Khali. Great Khali with a huge move here, actually sending him a huge distance across the ring. As you get an armbar by Santino. Santino trying to get in the ring here, as Great Khali obliges him and tags him with his dual partner move. As you get Santino now whipping around Kane. That is a dangerous move, as Santino actually misses his move entirely, and Kane gets a running DDT into the face of Santino Marella. Huge leg drop by Kane, and now choking the throat of Santino Marella. Santino Marella going to whip around Kane, whip him into the corner with the Pajama Playboy, Mr. Khali. Khali actually able to springboard himself up there, and now he's going to attack Kane here with a huge attack on that leg, trying to injure that leg of Kane. He knows that if his legs are injured, he would be down, so he must figure that Kane's legs, if they are injured, he would be down significantly more as well. This is a huge headbutt to the back of the head, to the back of Kane's head, and a couple of big strikes, and a leg kick by Great Khali. Great Khali walking slowly towards Brothers of Destruction. Undertaker actually getting himself back into this match. As we see, Great Khali getting suplexed by the Undertaker now. Undertaker going to attack the back of Khali once again. Gonna go for a sidewalk slam this time, backbreaker. As now he picks up Undertaker. He picks up Great Khali once again, this time targeting the leg. Trying to injure that leg of Khali as well as his mental state. If he can't get to his partner Santino Marella, he will have a hard time continuing on in this matchup. But the same can be said for the Brothers of Destruction, as we get a huge choke coming in by the Great Khali to the Undertaker. Huge back body drop by the Undertaker to the Pajama Playboy. Santino Marella interrupting the move that Undertaker was going to do, and instead Undertaker ends up with his shoulder inside of the steel post and a couple of stomps in his face to boot. And now he gets the attack the back once again and headbutt that back of the Undertaker. Undertaker has to try and get away from Khali, try and find some sort of offense that works well against the giant Khali. He has fought many giants before, like the Giant Gonzalez, the Big Show, Mark Henry, Big Boss Man. But Great Khali is significantly different from many other big men. As we get a counter from that kick, we get a belly-to-belly suplex by the Undertaker, and a huge leg drop by the Undertaker as well, landing on that neck of Great Khali. Great Khali getting sent into a nice sidewalk slam by the Undertaker. And he's going to get tied up once again with the legs and the throat of the Great Khali. Undertaker going up to the top rope, looking for Old School here. Yes, Santino Marella actually allowed Old School to be performed here, as Undertaker goes for a pin right here. 1, 2, only a 1.5 count, as Khali was able to kick out there. An attack of the back, as you see Undertaker lifted up and slammed down on the mat. Khali looking to tag against Santino Marella. As we get a huge move. Undertaker catapulting him and putting him into the Tombstone Piledriver. Planting Santino Marella. Going for the pin now. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god. Santino Marella was able to kick out of that catch. That huge catch Tombstone Piledriver. That was absolutely amazing. Huge knee to the face. And Undertaker sent over the top rope there by Santino Marella. Santino Marella going to use a hip toss to get him back in. Number of kicks and a low clothesline, sending Undertaker down to the mat. Attack to the back. And Santino Marella running around as we get a back body drop by the Undertaker. Undertaker with a huge couple of elbows to the shoulders of Santino Marella. Santino Marella now pushing away the Undertaker. Huge bulldog. And Kane trying to help here. Trying to help his brother, the Undertaker. Both brothers grabbing on to Santino Marella and making sure he can't go anywhere as Undertaker goes to the pin. 1. Only a 1 count. Santino had enough energy there. He had not been recently Tombstone Piledrivered by either of these men. As we see a counter there to that punch. And Undertaker stopping whatever move Santino Marella was trying to do. As we get a headlock from Kane and a nice knee to the face. Could easily bust open one's nose. As we get a chop to the face as well. This time by Santino Marella to Kane. Kane sent into the enemy corner here. And now the Great Khali sent back into the middle of the ring. With a drop toe hold into an elbow. And now we see the Punjabi plunge coming into effect. Will he make the pin onto Kane? Santino Marella taking out Undertaker. And we get Khali going for a pin. 1, 2, 3. No, Kane able to kick out of the Punjabi plunge. As we see the Great Khali now attacking Kane further. Kane seeking some distance away from the Great Khali. Now getting sent around the ring once more. Huge knee to the gut. And gonna try and tag in the Undertaker. The immortal Undertaker. Getting tagged in by his brother. And getting sent to the outside by Punjabi Playboy, Great Khali. Undertaker gaining his senses as Kane holds on to Great Khali in the middle of the ring. Huge kick by Undertaker here. As now he drags the lifeless body of Khali into the middle of the ring. Goes for pin. 1, 2. Only a 1 count. As apparently that lifeless body had a lot of life left in it. As you see Khali with a huge elbow to that face. Now Undertaker sent down to the mat once again. Huge step across the chest from the Great Khali, putting all of that 450 pounds plus, and a huge elbow to the face to the Khali now could easily damage the eyes or bust open the nose and do a lot of damage very quickly with a move like that. And see the Undertaker now also attacking him inside of a mall, as we see Undertaker with a sidewalk slam, slamming Mr. Khali down onto the mat, calling for him to get up. Huge knee to the face once again, tagging in Kane this time. Kane perhaps will have more luck getting him to stand up and take another tombstone. Perhaps now we'll have to just settle for Santino Marella as Kane tries to get away from Santino Marella's Santino Fu and gets a nice countered punch. And tilt-a-whirl slam by Kane, vintage Kane there, as Kane gets a bit too close to the ropes and the Punjabi Playboy actually grabs Kane, and a huge chop to the chest from Santino Marella, perhaps going to try and get the advantage here for his team. Santino Marella turning over Kane, going for a Cobra clutch here. As the Undertaker stops that move from going any further. Armbar countered. Huge DDT busting open Santino Marella. Will Kane go for a pin here? Yes, he will. Busting open as the ref goes 1, 2, 3. Oh, Santino Marella just barely kicking out. As we see Kane now going for the Tombstone Power Driver onto Santino Marella. Now he's going to go for a pin here as he drags him into the middle of the ring. Will he get the pin this time? He nearly had a 3 last time. 1, 2, 3. No, Khali able to interrupt before Santino Marella was down for that 3 count. Kane has to keep the pressure on Santino. Santino able to counter with that suplex. He's able to actually get a tag into the Great Khali. Kane actually able to duck that powered up punch by the Great Khali and move to a great back body drop and go for a pin onto the Punjabi Playboy. 1, 2, only a 2 count, barely. As we get a headlock onto the Great Khali and a double tag maneuver as Undertaker has got to get out of there quickly. Great Khali into a tilt-a-whirl slam by Kane. Kane continuously putting more pressure onto the Great Khali as you see him send Khali around more, and another tilt-a-whirl slam. As we see Undertaker getting sent into the enemy corner. Undertaker attacking Khali, and Undertaker into a sleeper hold onto Khali. Khali getting attacked from behind here. Head drag takedown by Khali. Couple of big punches here as he sends Undertaker down to the mat. Khali gonna look for a giant Cobra clutch as Santino Marella tries to block but is unable to as Kane interrupts that maneuver. The current legal men are the Undertaker and the Great Khali, as Undertaker just did a nice running DDT, and then that was a huge clothesline, and another Cobra clutch going to be applied here. As we see Kane getting back into the ring, attacking the Punjabi Playboy, and now Undertaker countering, taking him down to the mat, going for a one-legged Boston Crab. Some submission maneuvers coming into this tag team matchup rather, as Undertaker and Great Khali fight one-on-one. Huge bear hug coming in as Kane is interrupted by Santino Marella. That huge bear hug doing a lot of damage to the back. All those Cobra clutches doing a number on the back of the Undertaker. And a huge clothesline from the Undertaker to Great Khali. Goes for a pin. 1. Santino Marella is too close for there to be a pin there. As we get an armbar once again. Tie up. Huge shoulder by the Punjabi Playboy, the Great Khali, as he goes for a pin. 1, 2. Undertaker able to kick out at 2. Did not even need Kane's help even though he was there. Undertaker with a belly-to-belly suplex, slamming him down on the mat and running across the arena, running away as Khali now tags in Santino Marella. Will Santino have enough energy left in him to pin the Undertaker here? As we see a pin taking place. 1, 2. Undertaker saved by Kane there. As we see Great Khali sends Undertaker over the top rope. Santino gets him back in there. And now a huge low clothesline by Santino Marella to the Undertaker. He's going to try and get a big win over the Brothers of Destruction, but Undertaker countering that into a side sweep. And now he's going to try and pin Santino Marella. 1, 2, 3. That leg drop came just in time. I'm not even sure if Santino Marella got his arm up. As we get another count. 1, 2, 3. The Brothers of Destruction continue on in the Tag Team Tournament.